Cut it. Yeah, no, it's live on YouTube. Oh, okay. I didn't catch anything. I was just letting you know. Yep. Yep.
Good morning. If we could find our seats, we'd like to get started here in just a minute. If everybody can find a seat, we'd like to start here in just a minute. All right, good morning everybody, and thank you for being here. It's good to see you. This room is set up perfectly to where these scary people can't see me, and all I get to do is look at the students. I love the students. They're awesome. Very excited to have everybody here today. Thank you so much. On behalf of the Sierra Sands Unified School District Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. April Moore, faculty, staff, and students, I'm honored to welcome you to today's ceremony. This event has been years in the making, and we are ecstatic that the time has finally arrived when we can share this beautiful new campus with you. Each of you, our esteemed guests, and the entire Indian Wells Valley community. My name is Brian Auld, and I serve as the district's Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. But this morning, I get to serve in a different role as Master of Ceremonies. And I can tell you that I'm both excited and grateful for a few reasons. The first reason is professional, the second reason is personal, and the third reason is as a member of our incredible community. So I'll start with the professional reason. I've worked for the Sierra Sands Unified School District for 29 years. In addition to my tenure working in the district, I also attended district schools my entire K-12 career. Having served in Sierra Sands and lived in the Valley my entire life, I have decades of experiences with and memories of Richmond Elementary School. But of those experiences and memories, likely the most notable was the Freedom Quakes that rocked our community nearly 6 years ago on July 4th and 5th, 2019. I had just started in my current position as Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. Then Superintendent Dr. Dave Ostash had also just started his superintendency on July 1st. So as you might imagine, or actually many of you in the room don't have to imagine because you lived through it, the subsequent several months were harrowing, emotionally exhausting, complicated, and challenging. When the dust settled, however, we successfully moved Richmond Elementary School from its original site to its temporary home at Vieweg Elementary. We started the 2019-2020 school year almost on time. I think we were 1 week late. And it should not go unnoted that we did all this while being jolted and rattled by daily aftershocks for many months. It was undoubtedly one of the most difficult circumstances in district history. Now for the personal significance, although I never attended Richmond as a student in the district, I spent much of my childhood growing up in and around Richmond Elementary School. As my father, former Sierra Sands Superintendent Bruce Hall, served as principal at Richmond Elementary School from 1980 to 1984. My mother, Ann Hall, served as a 6th grade teacher at Richmond Elementary from 1989 to 1995. Consequently, I have vivid memories of the Richmond traditions and feel connected to the school even though I was never a student. Finally, I'm honored for this opportunity because as a lifelong member of this community, I believe this campus represents the best of what is to come for our students and our school programs. It represents not only years of hard work, but also a strong foundation for our district's future and the entire Richmond Elementary community. A foundation that won't soon be eroded by age and a structure that can withstand any adversity that may come. This new campus represents the future for the students in the Naval Valley as a symbol of relevance and advancement for the Sierra Sands Unified School District. Today we gather not just to celebrate the completion of construction, but also to officially and formally mark the rebirth of an exceptional school. A school that has a powerful legacy and a tradition of excellence. More specifically, a school best known for its diversity and inclusion. June 3rd, 2025 will be remembered as the day the Richmond family returned home, albeit not to their original home, but a new home. A home fitting for the Richmond way, specifically designed to continue Richmond's legacy of innovation and excellence. And finally, today will serve as an opportunity to recognize and honor those individuals who played a role in building this new home, those who worked tirelessly to help make this dream come true. Many of whom are gathered here today. So this time I would like to recognize and acknowledge some of those who contributed to this achievement. Starting with our state officials. From Congressman Vince Long's office, Matt Bauer. From State Senator Sharon Grove's office, Stephen Sanchez. From State Assembly Stan Ellis's office, District Director Cody Griswold. Next, I'd like to recognize our city officials and special guests. Richmond City Mayor Travis Endicott. Richmond City Council members Kyle Blades, Steve Morgan, Scott Hammond, and Solomon Ron Rockman. Richcrest Police Chief Mario Yusek. And Richcrest City Manager Ron Strand. From Saracosa Community College, I'd like to introduce Dr. Sean Hancock, President. Not entirely sure the next one's here, but Kern County Fire Department Battalion Chief Travis Stout. From Indian Wells Valley Economic Development Committee, Scott O'Neill. And although there are many people here from the Richmond Chamber of Commerce, I'd like to recognize Rebecca McCord. And now for our partners at China Lake Naval Air Weapons Station, starting with NOC WD Executive Director, Mr. Dan Carino. NOS Commander Captain Ben Allen. NOS School Liaison Officer, Ms. Jessie Vasquez. And retired commanding officer, Captain Jeremy Bond. From the Sierra Sands Unified School District Board of Education, President Mike Scott. Vice President Robert Campbell. Board Member Mary Campbell. Board Member Bill Ferris. And retired Board Member Kurt Rockwell. Our District Superintendent, Dr. Abel Moore. In our District Cabinet, Dr. Michelle Saville. Mrs. Jennifer Hayden. Mr. Paul Bennett, Mr. Scott Quick, and Ms. Pam Smith, retired. Two very important individuals must be recognized at this time. I think one is here and one might not be, but I'm still going to mention him because he deserves the recognition. First is retired Director of Construction, Randy Coit. And then the Director of Facilities, Mr. Jeff Moore. In fact, at this time, I'd like to recognize all the district employees who, in any way, shape, or form, contributed to the completion of this project. If you would please stand, everybody that is involved, stand. So I'm going to now introduce the Richmond Elementary principals. We don't have co-principals, but it's a transitional piece. First, we have the current principal of Richmond Elementary School, Mr. Michael Yancey. Mr. Yancey is retiring, and so now let me introduce the new principal of Richmond Elementary School, Mrs. Heather Miller. We also would like to acknowledge members of the leadership from our associations in the school district, specifically the California School Employees Association and its Chapter 188 President, Sylvia Payanis. We have three former Sierra Sands superintendents in the audience that we'd like to recognize. First, Mr. Bruce Hall. Mr. Ernie Bell. And Dr. Dave Osage. Next, we'd like to recognize our partners who helped us build this new campus. It's pretty important. Starting with Colombo and Vice President, Mr. Lewis Largo. Project Manager, Jeff Crafton. Superintendent, Kevin Dunn. And finally, Superintendent Vincent Martinez. And finally, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude to our district staff and the Richmond staff, families, students, and community for your patience, your unwavering support, and your dedication. Thank you very much. Speaking of Richmond students, I'd like now to call the Richmond Choir to the stage. And if I could have the flag salute designees as well. Okay. So two things are going to happen here. Both are going to require you to stand and uncover. The first is we're going to be led in the flag salute by several of our military-connected Richmond students. And immediately after that, the Richmond Choir will sing the Star Spangled Banner. So if you please rise, uncover.
Ready, begin.
Now they'll join the choir. Under the direction of Richmond music teacher Kim Washburn, we will start with the Star Spangled Banner. For your comfort, you could be seated now or stand, it's up to you. But we're going to have two more performances from the Richmond Choir. was fantastic. Thank you so much to the Richmond Choir under the direction of elementary music school teacher, Tim Washburn. Our first speaker has worked in education for 26 years, serving in multiple roles, including as a high school English teacher, high school principal, coordinator of secondary education, director, and assistant superintendent prior to taking her current position as superintendent of the Sierra Sands Unified School District. She holds a Bachelor's of Art in English from Vanguard University, a Master of Arts in Education with an emphasis in instructional technology from Chapman University, and a Doctor of Education with an emphasis in K-12 leadership from the University of Southern California. To give the superintendent's address, please welcome Sierra Sands Unified School District Superintendent, Dr. April Moore.
Thank you, Brian. And what a wonderful serenade, students. Thank you so much for that heartfelt song. And I am excited to see what your dreams will achieve here and for our community. So good morning, everyone. Today is a momentous occasion, one that is not just about the opening of a school building, but about resilience, commitment, and the unwavering spirit of the Richmond community. Richmond Elementary School has a long and proud history, one that began in 1953 within the China Lake Naval Air Weapons Station, serving the children of military families and local residents alike. Over the years, it has grown, adapted, and excelled, earning recognition as a California Distinguished School, a Title I Academic Achievement School, and a California Gold Ribbon School. And in 2019, Richmond faced a great challenge with a devastating earthquake which shook its foundations, forcing the district to move students and staff from the building they had called home for decades. In the years since, Richmond has carried on, using temporary swing space at the Vieweg campus, demonstrating strength and the dedication of its educators, families, and students. It was during that time in swing space, it didn't matter about the building, that the school, continuing to thrive, became the first school in our district to be awarded the Purple Star School of Distinction by the state of California, showcasing the dedication to supporting our military students and families. And you may have seen the mural of this award on the largest building outside as you entered from the parking lot today. If you haven't, take a look at it on your way out. Today, we take a powerful step forward. This new Richmond Elementary School campus is more than just a building, it's a promise that no matter the obstacles, education will endure. A promise that our students will always have a place to learn, to grow, and to build bright futures. The tremendous support from the Department of Defense's Office of Local Defense Community Cooperation Team and their support for public schools on military installations made this project possible. And I'd like to recognize the essential role of Richmond Elementary School in the lives of military families in the Ridgecrest community. They paid 80% of the cost of building this campus. That contribution is a testament to the importance of providing stability and excellence in education for those who serve our country. Diane Mathing is our representative from Sacramento, and the team led by Patrick O'Brien is cheering us on today from Washington, D.C. In addition, our state partners in the Office of Public School Construction supported our team in making the 20% match that we had to come up with locally. With local and state funding, and Brian LePasque from that team is representing them here today and was also supported on the team by Michael Watanabe, who's not here with us. This campus serves as a bridge between the past and the future. It honors the legacy of Richmond's original location with special note of the purple rock you may have noticed as you entered. It's by the front entrance, so take a look at that. Because that purple rock moved recently with the help of Master Chief Little and his team in making that possible to move that over and bring a piece of that legacy with us. And providing modern spaces, which you'll see later in our tours, designed to foster curiosity, collaboration, and innovation. We look forward to showing you these spaces shortly with tours led by our own Richmond teachers who help to select the furniture and can explain why this matters for the education of our students. It's a reflection of our unwavering belief that every child deserves a safe, supportive, and inspiring environment to thrive. So to you, our students, you are at the heart of everything we do. This school belongs to you. We hope that every hallway, classroom, and playground become a space where you feel welcomed, encouraged, and empowered to dream big. To our dedicated educators and staff, you have carried Richmond's spirit through transition and uncertainty, ensuring that learning never stopped. This building is not just made of bricks and mortar. It stands because of your passion, your commitment, and your care. To our families and community members that surround us this morning, you have been patient, resilient, and endlessly supportive. Your belief in Richmond Elementary never wavered, and today we celebrate together. As we begin this new chapter for Richmond Elementary School, I'd like to invite up the new principal, Ms. Heather Miller. I have the distinct honor of presenting her a flag which has flown over our nation's capital and was provided to us by our member of Congress. This flag represents the unity and strength of our school, our community, and our nation. It stands for the sacrifices made by military families to entrust us with their children's education, and it serves as a reminder that Richmond Elementary is and will always be a school built on service, strength, and hope. Principal Miller, may this flag fly proudly over Richmond Elementary School, symbolizing everything we stand for: perseverance, excellence, and an unbreakable commitment to our students. After our ceremony in here this morning, we'll have a flag raising by our installation team and the ribbon cutting. So that will all follow directly after our time in here. We have a few more to hear from. So let's celebrate and continue that celebration today. Not just the opening of a school, but the triumph of a community that refused to give up. Richmond Elementary School is home again. And in a few minutes, we'll cut that ribbon and step into the future together. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Moore. At this time, I would like to have Principal Heather Miller, Principal Mike Yancey, and Dr. Moore return to the stage as I introduce some of our elected officials and dignitaries who will offer presentations, proclamations, and certificates. We'd like to start from Congressman Vince Fong's office, Matt Bauer.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Matt Bauer, and I'm here today on behalf of Congressman Vince Fong, on behalf of Congressman Vince Fong to celebrate and recognize both Richmond Elementary School and the rest of the Sierra Sands Unified School District on the ribbon cutting of this tremendous new school. Dr. Moore, I just wanted to say your message about resiliency and dedication, that is what today is all about, right? Showing that school is not just a physical place where you go every single day to attend, but it's more than that. It's about the students who we're here celebrating and the educators who help teach this next generation and keep that educational dream moving forward every single year. So thank you very much again for having me. And on behalf of Congressman Fong, I have a certificate that I'd like to read off at this time. So it reads, a certificate of special congressional recognition presented to Richmond Elementary School in recognition of the ribbon cutting ceremony in the Sierra Sands Unified School District. This milestone reflects a commitment to providing quality education for the students of this school district. May this school serve as a vessel of growth, learning, and lasting impact in the community. Thank you very much again, and congratulations.
From Senator Grove's office, please welcome Stephen Sanchez.
Good morning. My name is Stefan Sanchez. I'm field representative for State Senator Shannon Grove, and it's my honor today to present the certificate on behalf of the senator. It takes so much hard work and dedication to be able to accomplish a project like this. I can only imagine all the countless nights of school board meetings, and I congratulate not only the school board and Dr. Moore, but also the parents, because the parents, you guys are the voice for your students, and without you and supporting the school board members, they were able to accomplish this project. So thank you all, and congratulations to the students. Look forward to visiting again. And I'd like to read off the certificate. Congratulations on the grand opening and ribbon cutting ceremony for the Richmond Elementary School campus. This new school location represents a bright future for our students, providing them with a nurturing environment where they can learn, grow, and achieve their dreams. I look forward to the positive impact Richmond Elementary will have on the lives of countless students for generations to come. Please accept my sincere congratulations and best wishes for continued success. Signed, Senator Shannon Grove.
Thank you, Stefan. Please welcome from Assemblyman Stan Ellis's office, District Director Cody Criswell.
Thank you. Good morning. I think today establishes that this is certainly the cutest choir in America. Amen. Today marks a significant milestone for our community as we celebrate the opening and the ribbon cutting for the Richmond Elementary School. This isn't just the unveiling of a building, it is a testament to the collective commitment to education and the future of our children. This establishment of a new school, reopening, if you will, is a clear indicator of growth, resilience, and optimism in a community. We're not closing schools or opening them, and so that speaks a lot to just the resilience of the community and the future and growth. And so we celebrate with you today, and on behalf of Assemblyman Stan Ellis, I want to present you with a certificate of recognition. Thank you, and thank you for your contributions to the community and the future of America.
Thank you, Cody. And finally, from the city of Ridgecrest, please welcome Mayor Travis Endicott.
All right. Thank you for having me. I was stationed on at NOC-WD. I was in VX9 when Richmond was alive and well on base. I used to enjoy driving by, hearing the kids play, coming home, checking on my kid. And so now, I guess I get to drive by it and still, hopefully I can hear their joys of laughter on the playground and everything. But as a former educator, I just want to thank you guys for the dedication, the hard work of putting this in, getting this going, because I understand as a former educator how important it is to have a usable classroom that you don't have to focus on anything but instruction, so that you can cultivate that learning, you can entice their intellectual curiosity, and just get the most out of the students. So on behalf of the citizens of Ridgecrest, the city of Ridgecrest, and the city council, I'd like to award this certificate of congratulations to Sierra Sands Unified School District on the grand opening of Richmond Elementary in recognition of your dedication, vision, and commitment to shaping the future through education. Congratulations on this outstanding achievement, and we can't wait to see what future leaders you create.
Thank you, Mayor Endicott. Our next presenter entered the Senior Executive Service in March 2016 and has over 30 years of naval aviation experience across multiple weapons system life cycle support phases. He earned a Bachelor's of Science degree in Aerospace Engineering from the University of Tennessee and has been a member of the acquisition professional community since 2001. He received the Michelson Laboratory Award in 2009, the LTE Thompson Award in 2015, and the Nav Air Commanders Award in 2015. Please welcome the Executive Director of SSUSD, Dan Carini.
Hey, not really a podium guy. Hey, thank you so much for the opportunity to be part of this amazing event. This is what makes the Ridgecrest China Lake community so unique, so special, and so strong, the strongest in the U.S. Nothing gets in the way. And just hearing the names, I heard names, all the introductions, and it's like, oh, that's where they work now, or that's where they are. No, it's who we work with. Those partnerships and the teamwork and what it takes and what we owe the Navy for the community, the investments that they make. And we take full advantage of that and partner together and figure out how to solve problems. And so, yeah, just an honor to be here. Thank you so much. I need to hear another round of applause for these amazing students. You all did outstanding. What an amazing job. And this is like a bonus day for you all, isn't it? For summer, did you all get any kind of extra credit or anything? Like going into next year, you haven't arranged that? We got to negotiate. There was probably some adults too that got an extra day too. So you all are fantastic. And we got the Richmond gate open. Those two songs. So powerful. I want them to be the Knock WD songs. And maybe I can get the choir or recording every morning to get out on Richmond Road as my team drives in. They can hear that and get inspired because it truly was inspiring. Truly inspiring. So thank you. Thank you for that. It's bittersweet. It's kind of mixed a little bit. My wife and I's 3 daughters went to school at Richmond and at Murray, then went on to Burroughs. And there was just something about that partnership there. They're right down the street, and they're learning, and they're protected by security, and there's just that physical closeness, and it's representative visually that, hey, the Navy and the schools and the kids and the community, they're kind of one team. And so I'm kind of old school traditional. It's kind of like, miss those places, Murray has all been repurposed. The old Richmond school is it's all torn down now, I guess. But it's not about that physical presence. It's about the partnership that we build outside of that. And Knock WD remains committed to strengthening that and making it, again, as strong as possible. And we're just going to have to do some extra work because y'all are on the other side of the gate. Naval aviation, it's serious business. We are focused on preserving the peace, deterring aggression, as many of our war fighters are doing right now. And when called upon to do so, win decisively in war. And we're going to do that. And we're doing some amazing things on that side of the gate. We're not going to talk about those here. But in just a few years, some of these young men and women right here are going to be part of that solution. And so it's so important that we continue to come on this side of the gate and invest in our young men and women. Dream the mighty dream, is that what it is? It was somewhere in that song about building those dreams and fostering that and investing in our community, investing in our kids. Because again, we're going to blink and they're going to be on that other side not telling you what they're doing. They're not going to be singing songs. They're going to be doing some really serious stuff that's making a difference for the Navy, our nation, and the world. So keep up the great work. Thank you for welcoming our best and brightest to come and participate in science fairs and the STEM days and things. You're going to see an incredible video here in a minute. But again, we are deeply committed to building that relationship, investing in our community, and I told them go ahead and drop it because I keep talking. But anyway, thank you all so much. Thanks for being here. Please let us know what we can do better and better to invest in our community. Thank you very much.
Today's activities are a perfect example of the strength of our community. Today's activities are a perfect example of the strength of our community and the relationship of support and appreciation that exists between China Lake and the Sierra Sands School District. This amazing new facility is a joint project including the Department of Defense and the school district. Our friends at China Lake are strong supporters of our instructional program as well. Today at Burroughs High School, our STEM Day is being graciously supported. Today at Burroughs High School, our STEM Day is being graciously supported by scientists, engineers, and technicians from NOC-WD as they make classroom presentations.
We're making straw rockets and we're talking about propulsion.
We're making straw rockets and we're talking about propulsion and the arc of the straw rocket.
But 4 years ago, I was here at Burroughs High School, a senior.
But 4 years ago, I was here at Burroughs High School, a senior. Went to college for photography, and now I'm here working with Snort. I'm doing my dream job. It's great.
Our federal partners are funding 80% of the cost of this new school. Our federal partners are funding 80% of the cost of this new school. We are also in the planning stage of our next project. By the Department of Defense. Again, 80% funded by the Department of Defense. The balance will be funded by the bond that our community recently approved.
Our final speaker, who will provide the keynote address, is Captain Van Allen. Commander of China Lake Naval Air Weapons Station, Captain Van Allen graduated from Marist College with a Bachelor's of Science degree. He also holds a Master's of Arts from the U.S. Naval War College. His combat experience includes support of Operations Iraqi Freedom, Enduring Freedom, and Resolute Support, and he has accumulated over 3,300 flight hours and 600 carrier-arrested landings in the EA-6B, EA-18G, and the FA-18F. Please welcome Captain Warren Van Allen.
Is this thing on? This thing's on. All right, cool. I'm gonna, real quickly, I gotta kind of reiterate what Mr. Cranio said. That was awesome. That was totally awesome. Thank you. The pledge and the choir was amazing. Thank you for doing that. I'll step through words here, but nothing will say it better than this is all for you. This is all for you. It was really neat to see, and it kind of drives home exactly what this whole effort was about, so thank you. I will inherently have a little bit of redundancy, but I'll try and give you my perspective on the teamwork that made this possible, the importance of it, as Dan alluded to, from the commander's perspective, and then also I'll give you a quick anecdote from a story in my past of a not as similar but maybe parallel effort by a community to make the place better. So without further ado, it's kind of nice to say good morning from the new Richmond. Welcome. It is awesome to be here to celebrate a win. As I think JV, as you know, not everything that comes across my desk is great news. So to take a chance to enjoy a win is fantastic. I am Captain Warren Van Allen, commanding officer of Knowledge China Lake. I have been so for about a year. It is an honor to celebrate the special occasion. We're obviously, you've heard the thank yous, but it's important again to reiterate them. So from the school board to the city council, the congressman's office, Senator Grove's office, Assemblyman Ellis's office, and then all of the community. It is great to enjoy this day with you. Thank you for taking your time to be here and celebrate the occasion. And Brian also alluded to it, but I would like to extend a special thanks to the whole construction team. I am not an engineer, unlike most people on base, but I do some organizational leadership and organizational management. I can tell you that a project of this size and complexity doesn't safely and successfully come together by accident. It is the result of committed leadership, skillful management, and craftsmanship, and lots of communication, none of which is necessarily very easy. Not without its challenges and a couple uncontrollable delays, but thank you to the construction team for delivering this amazing state-of-the-art campus to our community. It's also important to recognize, April, as you mentioned, it's not just brick and mortar construction. The whole ambitious endeavor came together through partnership of many stakeholders and organizations and families. You alluded to the brief history, so I won't belabor that, but old school damage bound repair on base, and then new school. So what was already a collaboration between base and community becomes a much larger job of developing a plan, securing funding for brand new construction in a new location. So opportunity, but certainly lots of work. School district community leaders, together with the base and the Navy, as already mentioned, to secure that OLDCC funding. And I won't belabor that. I'll try and get us back on track and skip the history. But that requires one more deep thanks. So we alluded to that coordination, but if you've never dealt with the Navy and the DoD, it's not very easy. So in a kind of particular sort of Herculean effort, was really led by my predecessor, Captain Jeremy Vaughn, certainly deserves a measure of gratitude for wrestling that nasty beast and really taking this thing across the finish line. So thank you, JV. It really is amazing that we're here to take advantage of the DoD affiliation to get a project of this scale brought to the community. What that team knew, what JV knew as he was putting his head down day in, day out, is how absolutely critical a great school system and a high quality education is, not only for the most important and obvious reason of our kids' well-being, but also it's the most significant mission enabler. As a parent, it's very obvious, safety, knowing your kids are challenged and cared for, and given the best opportunity to become their best selves, which is more about the people, but we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, that aside, as a leader on a base with a uniquely critical mission, what might not be as immediately obvious at first glance is the fact that the people who are executing that very important, very challenging mission, if they are not at their best every day, then that critical mission suffers with terrible consequence. Without the peace of mind of quality facilities, quality people caring for our kids, it's impossible to bring your best self to what is extremely demanding work. So in addition to its intrinsic value, in this Navy town, the line from our schools, really, to the leading edge of national security is much shorter and much straighter than you might think. Right? School is good, that's obvious. Way to go, Skipper. But here's my anecdote. So it just so happened that this event, kind of colluded, was coincident with something that happened back in my hometown. So as I was learning more about the history of this, I'm getting furiously texted by my mom. This is about a month ago. from our small town of only a few thousand people because they were celebrating the 40th anniversary of the opening day of the Riverton baseball field. Smaller in scale, but you'll get to my point in a second. What does that have to do with today? Well, the short version is that the town was moving and extending the town hall to take the place of what was the ball field, and there was no real plan to replace it. So, a group of families who had otherwise jobs and kids and things to do got together to solve the problem, raise a little money, raise a little awareness. One of them happened to be a general contractor who gave willingly of his equipment and his time, who put hundreds of hours on his equipment, together with the vast majority of a small community, donated months of their own individual talents, right, to fight regulators and all the things, and their time and a lot of their sweat to acquire some land, clear the field, and build a ball field. There's a lot more to that story, but the point is, the community came together, sacrificed to invest in their future. The months and that experience completely galvanized that small town. Over the years, the town has grown very little. I only know of one stoplight still. But they've continually grown the ball field, and it is now like a multi-field complex with concessions, with batting cages, and it remains a point of pride for that small town 40 years later. Which is weird because I'm not that old. Clearly, much larger scale here, but I think the heart of it is the same. It's parallel. And this education I got in the recent weeks reminded me of exactly that. What the community has done here, with the help and expertise and hard work of so many people come together to bring a great thing to the community. Something Ridgecrest and China Lake will take great pride in for years to come. And something that will further galvanize the relationship between the base and the community. Something that will help ensure the education and development and success of our children. But as I alluded to earlier, and has already been said, it's going to be the people that really make this amazing facility come alive. So my last and most sincere thank you is to the teachers who will mentor and inspire my kids, the Mrs. Kites of the world, the staff and paraprofessionals, the counselors, the maintenance team, the leadership team, and the principal, who will all leverage this new Richmond school facility to prepare our fine young men and women for a life in which they will continue to better this community, their country, and this world. Thank you all very much for your time and for the honor of speaking today. Thank you.
As we close this portion of the ceremony, I'm going to give you a little bit of housekeeping. When we conclude here, we'll head directly out to the flagpole in the middle of the quad, where we will have the flag that flew over Congress, or the Capitol in Washington, D.C. raised. There's our flyover. Flag up. And then we'll go immediately to the south, in front of the front office for the ribbon cutting. And then finally, we'll have a number of tour opportunities. The Richmond staff and some district staff will be available to provide tours of this beautiful facility. So as we get ready to close, we're following you.
Yep. They're all gonna look at the flagpole from this way, so the crowd's gonna be here facing the flag that way. I'm gonna be on the opposite side because that's where the ribbon cutting is. Okay. So I can just pivot from flag to ribbon.
Sounds like a good plan. That is a good plan. That way I'm not getting in everybody's way.
Okay. Oh, I think everyone's gonna be in. It's fine. Don't stand right in front of here.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, right around there is perfect, yeah.
Tape around you?
Wish I did.
What is it that you want? Want to set it up here and then we'll get our board and the two principals. The board and the two principals. We're going to have a lot of people hands up. Yep. Carol. Heather. Mike. Sharp scissors. Good job, boy. Good job.